Hello everyone, today it is Sunday and that means an all new Anachronism. With today Blackbeard, the fearsome pirate from Bristol. Was it Bristol? Probably Bristol. Yeah, Blackbeard. He was a pirate. So let's take a look at the card. He has 6 health, 3 speed, 8 experience and 1 strength. He counts as both Briton and pirate, and he is a warrior male. For his grid, he strikes at both sides, and he is with the element of water. Opportunist. At the end of each round, if you reveal the weapon that round, and it is still in play, you may immediately make an attack with that weapon at +0. Yeah, we will probably be getting some weapons. A weapon. And a nice one, I think. Alright, serving as a privateer for Queen Anne, Edward Teach, as his name was, later set a base in the Outer Banks as the dreaded Blackbeard, piratical scourge of the seas. Now you can probably not see this very well. Let me just focus the camera. But he has smoldering fuses underneath his head. It was a psychological thing. He liked to terrorize the seas without taking too many casualties. Yeah, he was just about the psychic warfare, the mental warfare, sorry. As you can see here, he wears a cutlass, a flintlock pistol, and he has several more here. According to the books, he had 6 pistols, 2 cutlasses, and 4 lit fuses. Right, let's get to the next one. The inspiration, the Blackbeard's Jolly Roger. 4 initiative. And look at that. The skeleton holding the hourglass, piercing the heart, drops of blood. Also a water type. And it has the ability Douse, which is a reveal ability. And it sets the experience of all opponents with a fire card to 0. And replenish at the end of each round. If you are a water warrior, which he is, gain 1 life. You cannot gain life from other card abilities. Alright, and it says a horned skeleton represented death and the devil. A spear threatened a violent end, and a bloodied heart promised an agonizing fate. Yeah, raising the Jolly Roger was most of the times just a successful way to scare off the opponent. In some cases, however, it did not, and the opponents had a second plan up their sleeve. Now, next up we have a pair of cutlasses, which is a weapon for 5 initiative, and it strikes for 2. That's nice. He has the same grid as Blackbeard. Well, almost the same, only the right side is in reverse. And as you can see, he has 2 cutlasses, because yeah, it's a pair, just like I said. Versatile stance. At the end of each round, you may choose to have your attack rolls with this weapon gain +2. Otherwise, your defense rolls this round gain +1. So it's either one or the other. That's not too bad. Barrage, action. Attack a rival with this weapon if possible. Cool. So yeah, you can strike again with this. Blackbeard went into battle festooned with pistols and wielding a pair of savage cutlasses, just like I explained. And again you can see his smoldering fuses. Well, not the fuses on this card, but you can see something smoldering. Fearsome reputation. 6 initiative, and as you can see, he only needs to walk on the deck, and the rest kind of fears him. Strike fear. At the end of each round, each of your opponents rolls 2 dice. If the result is less than their life, or if they are your rival, their rolls this round get -2. That is not too bad. And he wears it like an armor. Yeah. If you strike fear, you gotta own it. So terrifying was Blackbeard's reputation that merchant ships were known to lose the will to fight the instant they recognized his flag. Yeah, exactly. And finally we have the Pieces of 8. These were some legendary treasure. Pieces of 8. I don't know what the 8 stands for actually. I have to look that up sometimes. Well, we can see Blackbeard over here. Greedy. Greedy for treasure. Greedy for more. 1 initiative, so that's not too much. It is a special and it is a quest. Treasure hunt. Each time you roll a die with an opponent, place a counter on this card. While this card has any counters, your attack rolls gain +1. Okay, so if the card has any counters, it doesn't say +1 for each counter, just any counters. Even if you have 1,000 counters on it, it still only does +1. Greed. At the start of any round, you may remove a counter from this card. If you do, an opponent of your choice is your rival for that round. Oh, that is nice. With this card, this is the first card that I've seen that you can actually say, hey, you are my rival. You greedy bastard. Asked by one of his crew where his treasure hoard was buried. Blackbeard bellowed that only he and the devil know where it is, and the longest liver shall take it. Yeah. Blackbeard identified himself being the devil. He did that also because of his fearsome reputation. If he went on board of an enemy ship, shouting, "Say hello to the devil!" With lit fuses, 2 cutlasses, 6 guns. Yeah, you would probably be fearsome. You would probably cower in fear, I was meant to say. Alright, Blackbeard, yeah, he is my favorite of pirates. There's actually a funny story about how I got this set. Supposedly, according to the game's producer, this was a promo set. Back at a Dutch board game convention, this game was on display. The makers of the designers of the game were actually there, Tri-Kings themselves. And they explained the game to people. They were promoting this, and it was already 2006, so the game wouldn't last long anymore. The game only had 8 releases, 2 unofficial releases, but released by the on PDF. And one of the makers, I got talking with one of the makers, and they were like, "Hey, you're from the Netherlands, right?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." And I showed a lot of interest in history. I bought a lot of Aztec cards and a lot of other packs. I wanted to complete my collection. And they were like, "Hey, you're Dutch. For in a future set we want to release some Dutch heroes from the olden days. Do you know any?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." So yeah, we exchanged email. But yeah, unfortunately it never took place because the game was set for devastation. And as a thank you, he gave me this set of cards. These Blackbeard cards, which I very much love. I really adore these cards. So yeah, unfortunately no Dutch heroes were introduced in the game. But if it was me, I would have done something like William of Orange, or William the... How do you call that? Willem de Zwijger. How do you call that in English? Well, I don't know. Probably Michiel de Ruiter, Piet Hein, and then another one that I haven't really thought about yet, or back in the days. So yeah, those, it's a shame that it never happened, but yeah, we can't have everything, can we? Well, I thank you all for watching. Next time I will be reviewing an Egyptian for once. Yeah, it's about time for Egypt. Thank you all for watching and see you guys next week. Bye.